Hi, welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining us for the MLC Today Show, and Happy New Year. I'm Ricky Whitmore. To my left here is Julianne. I'll be doing world news and breaking news. Julianne will be doing MLC news. We have Spencer doing movie news, Jeffrey on history and sports, Dominic on camera, Ben on camera, Maddie on camera. Later on in the show, we will and Thunderous Tom with our weather. Later on, we will do an interview with Alan and Jody, the PAs at MLC. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite popcorn, and enjoy the show. Tonight in world news, the most significant thing he's ever done. Jeff Bridges joins the campaign to publicize and stamp out childhood hunger. It's all the rage in Washington, the search for common ground. And if there's one thing everybody agrees with, it's that children shouldn't go hungry in America. Back in the day when senators of opposing parties thought it was their job to work together, Republican Bob Dole and Democrat George McGovern, no shrinking violets when it came to partisan politics, paired up to expand the school lunch program and establish the federal feeding program for women, infants, and children. When Jeff Bridges was asked his biggest challenge as a famous person, he paused for what seemed like an eternity and then visibly choked up and said, "This is the most significant thing I have ever done." And tonight in breaking news, hey movie fans, it's Oscar season. These are the following films up for nomination. In the Best Picture category, we have The Social Network, The King's Speech, The Fighter, True Grit, Black Swan, The Kids Are All Right, Inception, Toy Story 3, 127 Hours, and Winter's Bone. The Best Actor nominees are Javier Bardem, who starred in Beautiful, Jeff Bridges for True Grit, Jesse Eisenberg for The Social Network, Colin Firth for The King's Speech, and James Franco for 127 Hours. The Best Actress nominees are Annette Bening for The Kids Are All Right, Nicole Kidman for Rabbit Hole, Jennifer Lawrence for Winter's Bone, Natalie Portman for Black Swan, and Michelle Williams for Blue Valentine. Nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Amy Adams for The Fighter, Helena Bonham Carter for The King's Speech, Melissa Leo for The Fighter, Haley Steinfeld for The True Grit, and Jackie Weaver in Animal Kingdom. Best Supporting Actor nominees include Christian Bale for The Fighter, John Hawkes for Winter's Bone, Jeremy Renner for The Town, Mark Ruffalo for The Kids Are All Right, and Jeffrey Rush in The King's Speech. That's all for breaking in world news. Over to Julianne with MLC News.
What is happening for this month? There was a boy and girls retreat, and is where we worked on teamwork skills, and to have fun with the girls without the boys. That goes with the same with the boys without the girls. When was it? It was the last 2 weekends. The times were from Friday morning to Saturday morning. Everyone had a blast and learned lots about other people. That's all for the MLC News, and over to History with Jeffrey.
Welcome back. I'm Jeffrey with Rock History and History. What I'm doing for Rock History is the Finnish band Nightwish. They are a symphonic metal band that is headed by, it's a female-fronted band. And it started back in '96, and they had become really well established in the metal scene, especially over in Finland. And they became very successful, but in '05, they had most of the male members, one of the founding members decided to write this nasty letter dismissing the then vocalist Tarja Turunen, and then a couple of years later they hired another one, And then, but this is all happened at the height of their success, but yeah, it's their decision. Now on to regular history. I'm doing the Sengoku period of Japan, which occurred between the mid-15th century and wrapped up around the beginning of the 17th century, end of 16th century. And it was caused by a bunch of famines and overtaxation from the previous shogunate, which was the government at the time. And basically, and then their peasant revolts, then the disgruntled daimyo, which were the warlords, had began warring against each other, and the shogun family there were the samurai, which were kind of the equivalent of the knights of Europe, and the shogun family and the daimyo were also samurai, but there were a lot of samurai that did not own land like most knights did. Towards the end of the war, the mid-16th century, there was a shipwreck that had some Portuguese on it, and they introduced firearms to the Japanese, and the Japanese reverse engineered the guns, and we were able to mass produce them. And the three main unifiers had used guns extensively to help unify Japan. And then the period ended in the last shogunate until the mid-19th century when U.S. opened Japan. Now on to weather with Tom.
Weather in the U.S. New York had 19 inches of snow, which fell Wednesday and Thursday. The weekend forecast is snow showers, high 33, low 22 for Friday. A chance of snow is 50%. And then on Saturday, the 29th, mainly cloudy, high 24, low of 11. And Sunday, the 30th, partly to mostly cloudy, high 19, low of 3. And now on to Mr. Monzingo with sports.
I'm back again with sports. I'm talking about Super Bowl. It's coming on February the 6th, Sunday. It would be the Steelers and the Packers. The Packers have not been there since about a decade, almost a decade and a half, while the Steelers have been there, I think, a little more recently. But I'm betting the Steelers will win. Now on to more MLC news.
Hello, fans. Welcome to the Game Report, and welcome back to MLC as well. Today, for my Game Report, we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. This is basically about is a video game that is a fighting game that is based on the series of the Dragon Ball Z series, which is a Japanese anime manga type TV show. And it is all involved with the characters of the seasons. Throughout the years of the season. And there's a lot of fighting in it, and you can do different special moves and power-ups. And as well, you can do favorite techniques that they all know within the game series. You can go to the famous power-ups or go Super Saiyan. And as well, you can also customize them with different power-ups. And now, I highly recommend this game because well, it's really fun, and you can just really play with your favorite characters in the game series. But it's rated T for teen, and it's a very old game, but you can still find them in GameStop. And I highly recommend it if you want to start out with those type of games. And now to the movie review with Spencer Smith.
Hello, I'm Spencer Smith, and today, over Christmas break, I saw True Grit, and it was fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I highly recommend you should go see it. That is not my review. My review today is of an older Western, and it was actually also the second feature ever to be directed by Clint Eastwood. It's called High Plains Drifter, and it stars him also, as well as him being the director. It's a very different type of Western. As before in True Grit, it's a girl trying to get revenge for her father's murder. And this, it's pretty much Clint Eastwood basically coming back from the spirit of a wrongfully killed marshal and pretty much getting revenge on the entire town that pretty much screwed him over. And it's one heck of a feature, I'll tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. It is very moody and stuff, and it's actually quite funny too. So if you want a bit of dark humor, I highly recommend it too. But yeah, the music's great, the acting is great. I mean, the action is great. It's really fantastic, and it's quite different from a normal Western, as I said before. And if you're in the mood for a Western after seeing True Grit, go out and buy or rent this flick.
Welcome back to the MLC Today Show News. We are interviewing Jody and Alan, the program assistants of MLC. I also have Vicky along to help me interview them.
Alan, how did you find out about MLC?
Well, hi, Ricky.
Hi.
Hi, Julianne. My cousin actually went to MLC. He's a graduate, Evan Tallman. Graduated in 2006, so he told me about MLC when he first started. I was at the graduation, and very cool place.
What is your favorite thing, Jody? What is your favorite thing that you have done with MLC?
Favorite thing with MLC? I really liked volunteering at Feed My Starving Children the other week. That was a fun activity. So excited to do it again next month.
Mine too. Very excited to do it as well.
Alan, what are some things you like to do in your spare time?
Oh, where to begin? Oh, geez. What spare time? I like to play basketball, play tennis, go out with my friends. I like water skiing. I like to read. How's that? Watch movies that you recommend, Ricky.
Jody, how long have you been working at MLC?
I think I started in October or November, so not too long, just a few months.
Cool.
Alan, what is the funniest thing that has happened at MLC while you've been working there?
Today or overall?
Overall.
Okay. Oh, man. We had a pretty good snowball fight. When was that?
After the big snowfall.
Also watching people sled and then really complain, including myself, about how much they got hurt, their backsides. So that was pretty funny. I don't know, just every day there's something new that happens, so.
Jody, what would you change about MLC?
What was that?
What would you change
Oh, jeez.
about MLC?
What would I change? I don't know if I'd change anything. I'm pretty happy with how it is. It's a fun place to be.
Alan, what is your